Knuckles.
Come talk to me over here. Okay. Right here? You want to talk to me right here? What are you saying? Listen to me, Antonio. Okay. I got you. I'll talk to you. They can't go far, though. Antonio, listen. Okay.
I was going to say back up and let him get his food. So
yeah.
Probably.
You want to talk to me right here or you want to talk to me over here? Okay. Well, talk to me. What's going on? I can't barely hear you, though. You want to crack it a little bit? You want to go to the window? Hey, Antonio, you're not in trouble. Okay, well.
Not yet.
God dang.
If you don't already know, what's happening right now is that the police are at Antonio Brown's house again, because he had some type of domestic spat, and a woman is there. I guess he kicked her out, and she's just trying to get her stuff so she can leave, but he won't let her come back and get her stuff. This is the story of a high value man. Let's see how high value he is. There's a very good reason why I'm bringing this up. I know it's get your money on night, which it is, but this is one of the reasons why you want to do that. Keep watching.
Pete, just.
Man, he was a talented football player. Now he's basically, at least in my opinion, a tweaker.
I'll talk to you. Crack it so I can hear you. You know what I mean? They're over there. It's only me. I'm right here. You're not in trouble, man. You know you remember me, right?
You're not in trouble, man.
Yeah, you remember me, right? I wrote. Yes. Okay. I wrote the report for you. Remember that, right? The whole time I was cool with you, right? Okay. So let's just talk. That's it. Okay. You want to talk to me on the phone? Or on my phone?
Welcome, Phoenix Soul in the
On the
house.
phone?
Phoenix Soul.
Okay. Do you have a screen on the front door? I mean, just so I can talk to you, so I can hear you. Just. You want to go front door? Yeah, yeah. We're gonna transition to the front door. Oh. It's only me. I can't hear you. You too, brother. You want to just crack it a little? It's only me. I mean.
Talk about a butt.
Right. So let's do this. Can we at least give her back her ID and stuff real quick? Can we do that? Oh, you don't have it? Oh, there's nothing in there?
See, this is the problem with a lot of men in our community. All he really needed to do, let's say he didn't want to deal with the police, which, who wants to deal with the police? Well, I'm not saying they treat you bad all the time, but that's like, they're like the principal. You never want to go to the principal's room. But anyway, the thing is this. All he had to do is put her stuff outside. That's all he had to do. So the thing is that bothers me is that it's almost like we have a culture of men, not all, but a lot, that they like drama. They enjoy drama. They enjoy the chaos. And instead of just doing the simplest of things, like just putting your stuff, in a nice box or a nice bag or something, and just leaving it outside the house so she doesn't even have to bother him. She could have just grabbed her stuff and left. Now, who knows? She's doing herself a favor if she's leaving dude, because we see how dude is. But still, here we go. So the way this is at how Antonio Brown.
There's no purse or nothing up. Okay. Her phone, okay. I know. Well, that's why when I saw.
So he kicked a woman out and wouldn't even give her back her stuff. He sure is a high value man. Wow, he's sure treating women good. Oh, yeah, that's Kevin Samuels. You were right, man. Yeah, this is the life that a woman gets to live with a high value man.
Oh, the call. They didn't call me because they don't. Well, that's what I'm saying. I remember I saw the call and I was like, hey, maybe he'll talk to me because we had a good interaction. You know what I mean? Well, listen, no matter. Right. So no matter what happens, you're going to just deal with me. That's it. It's very easy. We're not here to fight with you. We don't want to, what's that? It's always been like that. It's always been like that with me and you. I took that. Okay. So let me ask you this: are you willing to talk to me besides this?
Welcome, Mistress Newbie in the house.
It's. No, I understand. I know you're not doing it to me. I just can't hear you. So let me do this. Let me see because she talked about an ID and a purse. Let me see. Yeah. Let me just see what else she's talking about, and I'll ask you if it's in there. Is that cool? I believe you. Right. No, I understand. Let me just see what she says. Can you just give me 1 second? All right, don't go. Just hang out. Okay, Pete. So yeah.
No, I can tell him to get his food.
Yeah. So
this is crazy. She's just trying to get her stuff. He's trying to make it into a theater. This is the problem we're having right here. Here we go.
The ultimate goal is what? Pausing video to speak to an officer.
All right, going to view. Where else?
Okay, we've seen enough of the tweaker. let's get into this. Is a good reason why Antonio Brown is a perfect reason why the high value man theory is low value, because if morally he's corrupt or busted or broken, you know, he does not care about anybody but himself. So he might, if he buys you something, if he gets you something, it's because he wants something from you. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get your money on. Let's get to it.
$100,000 is on the line, and the application just opened this month and it's closing in a few weeks. But girl, let me give you the tea though. You have to have, shout out to HubSpot for sponsoring today's video. Hey girl, welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to like and subscribe Lunch to Wealth.
Today, we are talking about getting to the free money. And you heard that right. I said free money for Black women. I know that's right. You might not know this, but I'm going to let you in on something. Black women
Let us in.
are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs. But here's the gag. We're also the least funded. A lot of companies are beginning to realize that we are worth their dollars. That has not always been the case, but now it is. And it is my job to ensure that you and every other woman in this community get to all the bags that are available to us. Because if we don't get this money, they would just send the funds somewhere else. And we don't want that. So in today's video, I'm going to open your eyes to 6 organizations that have cash money ready for you to use to grow your business. And while all 6 of them are awesome, number 4 is the highest one. And the application just opened this month and it's closing in a few weeks. So if you miss everything else in this video, don't miss that one, because that's the real reason why I'm making this video. I wanted to jump on here and share it with you really quickly, but I figured why not share multiple ones as well, just in case you're able to access more than one grant. The goals we didn't hit this year, we have to hit next year. And one of the things we need to hit our goals is what? Money. I know that's right.
Don't think grants are anything to laugh at. They are very powerful vehicles to success. A lot of people think it's free money, but it's not free money, because if you have to work your butt off to make it happen. You have to get a business plan together. If you want to do a business, you got to put together a business plan, woman or man, anybody. So definitely, if you are looking for opportunities in funding for your business, first thing you need to do is get a grant. I mean, not get a grant. You need a business plan to get the grant. And even if the best you can do is something off of get a business grant.
Number 1. This one is number 1 because it doesn't matter if you're in Nigeria, China, Kenya, or the US. This initiative is global, which means they care about funding women across the world and not just one location. And it is by one of my favorite brands, Cartier. Cartier is a luxury fashion brand, and you might know them for their watches and their purses. But let me tell you something. They also have an initiative called Cartier Women's Initiative. And under this initiative, there are multiple awards. And one of the awards is my personal favorite and the one I'm going to be sharing with you today, so that when you're done watching this video, you can sit down and apply to it right away, okay? It's called the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Award. Yes, a lot of them finally want to include us. They're giving away 3 grants. One is for 100K, the second one is for 60K, and the third one is for 30K. You know, on this channel, it's big checks or go home. But here's the gag though. Whatever your business is about has to be a business that closes the gap for underrepresented people. So if you, for example, have a hair care line, you might want to focus on Black women. If you have a skincare line, you already know what to do. Basically, they want to fund businesses that are helping close the gender equity and inclusion gap. So if you already fall in that space, girl, Go get this bag. Number two, I love the name already. Black Girl Ventures. This entire organization exists to fund Black women. Now, they don't have as much money as massive companies like Cartier, so the grant is worth $10,000. And to be eligible, you have to be, first of all, a woman, and also your business has to be at least 51% owned by a Black or brown woman or women. So if you're watching this video right now and you're like, I'm not a Black woman, but my partner is a Black woman and we run a business together, you could still be eligible, especially if your partner has over 51% control of the business. Number three, before we get into number three, plug yourself down in the comment section. Let us know what your name is, what your business does, and where you are located.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Make sure you go over to Launch to Wealth and type that in, and then do it here too. Do it on my channel too, because we do want to do more wealth building here on this channel. So if you believe that's a good idea, put a 1 in the chat. Here we go. Welcome me, Colombia.
I know it can be really, really hard running and trying to build a business as a Black woman. So the least I can do is make my platform a place where you can promote yourself shamelessly. I have no problem with you promoting yourself. So go down into the comment section, just say, my name is XYZ, my business does XYZ, and I'm located in XYZ. Put it down in the comment section, okay? I got you, girl. We're all gonna win. Number three is the Tory Burch Foundation. Now, you know number 4 is the one that's currently open right now, but let's talk about number 3 for a second, because it's also a really good one. And if you missed it in 2023, you're not missing it in 2024, right? Right, sis? The Tory Burch Foundation program stands out to me because multiple people can win this grant. 75 women-owned businesses would receive $10,000 and $20,000 in grant money. But on top of that, Tory Burch is taking it a step further by also offering education and community. So that's capital, education, and community to push you forward. Like, these things exist and we're leaving money on the table. That ends here. Gatekeeping ends with this platform. Number 4, tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, you might want to share this video in all your group chats because, girl, Sephora is out here giving away $100,000, a whole 6-figure check to close the gender gap. So, girl, if you have a skin product, if you have a skincare line, if you have a hair care line, if you have makeup, I mean, girl, this is your time to shine. But girl, let me give you the tea though. We also have to come correct, okay? These are big bags, so you know there will be competition and you have to have a business plan. If you're currently running your business on vibes, that's gonna need to end, okay?
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I'm telling you, get a business plan. You can, if you have to, get one off of hire somebody to do it. It's going to be the best money you ever spent. I mean, and yeah, it's going to be the best money you ever spent. Let me keep going.
And I know it can be challenging to put these things together accurately. And that's why I reached out to my good friends at HubSpot and asked them if they'll be willing to sponsor this video. And guess what, girl? They said yes. So because of this sponsorship, I get to share a fully fleshed out business plan template created by experts at HubSpot for free so that you can get it together, girl. And all you have to do is click the link down below to access this business plan that has literally everything already done for you so that you can put yourself in the best position as a Black girl CEO.
I cannot stress this is for Black women and Black men. If you want a business plan. I cannot stress it more than that. Even though you might think you don't need one, you need one. If you run into an opportunity, you might see somebody, a venture, capitalist or whatever they call them these days, investor somewhere. They expect you to be able to slap a business plan in their hand as if it was a business card, because they expect that's the level you're at. So I cannot stress it anymore.
Don't walk, run and click the link down below and access this resource. And thanks HubSpot for sponsoring this video. Number 5, this is one of my favorite grants on this list. Why? Because the others are like annual grants. You apply at a certain point in time and every year they pick winners. But with the Amber grant, winners are picked every single month. So if you missed last month, you could still apply for a grant this month. The grants are $10,000 worth, and every single month there's a different industry that they pick to sponsor a founder. So you can have a look at the different industries and choose which month you want to apply for. The gag with Amber grants is that your business has to be mission driven because it is a memorial grant for someone called Amber. And number 6 is the Wish Local Empowerment Program grant. Now, this grant is not shiny or glamorous. It's not 6 figures. It's anywhere from $500 to $2,000. So if you're in a position where your business is really, really struggling right now and you could use a $2,000 check, then this might be the one for you. However, there's some requirements here too. You have to be a Black-owned business and you have to be at least 18 years old, among a few other things. So you can go to their website after watching this video and see all the things that you need to do to get started. But one thing that you definitely need to do before even trying to access any of these funds is to have a solid business plan. And that's why I partnered with HubSpot to make this video. I've made it my mission to make my own business centered around the progress of women like you, like us, and I will keep doing all that I can do to bring resources that would help you earn more, create wealth, walk out of situations that don't serve you anymore. And
Thank you. Remember that is what wealth building does for you. That is what getting your money does for you. Okay. Life is, they always hear the thing, life is not, you can never guess what's going on. I'm sorry, but in this situation, in this society right now, you're going to probably be more happy with a job than you will with a man at this time and point. I'm not saying it's impossible, but right now, unfortunately, with the situation in our community, you have to have that money. I mean, I'm not saying that it's all about money, but let me put it this way. When you get into building wealth, you meet more people who are building wealth with you, whether it be a woman or man. And a man who's on the same time as you is probably going to be a better match with you in a relationship as well. So that's what you're looking for. That's what you want to do. Let me keep it going here. Let me keep this doggone going.
Or have attained.
Let me remind it.
The host of Make It Make Sense is at the table, and we're going to be making some things make sense today.
The view of a person, a man who drives a bus, is that is somehow less than, beneath, or limited, or as the young folks seem to call it, regular. And
driving a bus is regular. It is. There's nothing wrong with it. But the way that Iyanla Vanzant framed it was messed up. The way she cornered the other woman, it didn't. Ebony Williams was messed up. A millionaire and a bus driver will rarely. You could flip the genders. It's just not going to work. There's a certain mentality that put the bus driver into the bus and the multimillionaire into a multimillionaire. Now, and very rare occasions that might work, but for the most part, I've never heard it in any other culture. And the fact of the matter of why they're trying to shove this down a Black woman's throat is beyond me. It doesn't make sense at all. It's even the men in our culture accept that from women outside of our culture. They know that they're not, if a woman is a Caucasian woman or an Asian woman is rich, they know that their odds of getting or being in a relationship with that woman is 0 to none. Okay. But when it comes to a Black woman, all of a sudden they expect the Black woman to sacrifice. Welcome, Bridget. Welcome, Sandy Red. Welcome, Me Columbia. Welcome, A Lady. Welcome, There we go. Mistress Newbie is in the house. We got Phoenix Soul in the house. Legs for Life in the house. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Bus driver want you is the question.
I don't know what point she was getting to, but let's keep it going. Let's listen.
Bus driver might want somebody who can be a helpmeet for real. Bus driver might want a partner. Bus driver might want to grow with somebody.
All y'all young guys, don't do it.
What you saying?
I'm not sure did anybody get that joke? I just didn't get the joke. I didn't get it, but I'm sure it was funny to somebody. Here we go.
Now, before we hop into today's show, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's jump into the video.
So, Monique, I'm gonna get straight to it. Why are you smiling like that?
I ain't getting no intro or nothing.
Hey, man, we've already done an intro.
It happened without me.
Hey, listen, this happened without you. Monique, you have accomplished a whole.
Hey, lady says, bus driver needs to find another bus driver. Me Columbus says people look down on people based on their current economic state. I work with a man that was a janitor, is a medical doctor now. Boom. But he got there. He did his work. He put it in. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Whole lot. And in your words, which is very true, you're still writing history for yourself and as a woman, actually as an individual in today's world. But I do want to ask you this question because we have about 70% of people who follow my show are young, Black, successful ladies who are trying to build success, maybe not in your area of expertise, but on your level of success in their own areas. I'm curious, has it been difficult building your success as a woman?
I think building success is difficult, and especially if you measure success in terms that have to do with external validation and have to do with comparison to other people. Because if what you're really saying by success is that you are better than so-and-so.
No, I think success, the consensus I've gotten from at least my channel is that success is peace. Success is, and I mean success, what I mean is basically success as far as your bills are paid, your house is kept, you don't have any drama, you're not forced to get into any drama. And success for a lot of people is not necessarily having a lot of money, though it is having financial security. So let me see what her answer is going to be. Here we go.
Or have attained more than so-and-so, or can get the most bookings, pack the largest rooms, whatever the case may be in your area, then I think that's an impossible measure to meet, because even if you meet those markers right now, somebody's coming.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody with more money.
Yep.
There's going to be somebody with more clients.
Yep.
There's going to be somebody with the next big whatever.
Okay.
And so
basically the thing is that I guess what she's talking about are people who get a little bit too caught up in other people's pockets per se. Obviously you don't want to do that. You want to focus on just your own success and your own life. And for example, when I go fishing, I'm focused on the fish I'm trying to catch, not the fish, how many fish the other guys or other people have on their stringers or whatever. I'm worried about, did I go out and have a good time today? So what if Joe Blow may have caught 5 or 6 more fish than me, or 5 or 6 less fish than me? The key is being at peace and being in your own lane. And quite honestly, it's in business as well.
I believe that as a person, but especially as a woman, if you figure out a way to self-validate
Yeah.
And if you are a person of faith and you know that between you and God,
Yep.
y'all got together, had a conversation, and agreed on the way the thing was supposed to go, then it frees you up to have the kind of success that is measured by whether you are meeting the mark.
Mm.
Are you doing what you were here to do?
Yeah, remember, meeting the mark is this: your bills are paid, your business is running fine, everything's at peace. That's what you're looking for. You have enough money to go on vacation, all the other extra stuff. That's cool, but especially if you're starting your own business, I think you really know that unless your business has to do with going on vacation, that's going to probably have to take the wayside for a little bit until you get the business rolling good.
Have you figured out what your purpose is in life? Are you walking in pursuit of that purpose?
Yeah.
When you fall, do you get back up?
That's so
And
good.
then when you fall again, do you get back in? And then when they castigate you, do you shake and bob and move and keep going?
Yeah.
So to me, that's why I said I'm still working, I'm still walking,
Yeah.
because, we just came back from
Yeah.
International Leadership Summit.
ILS.
And that question,
Mm. Mm.
God, am I doing what you put me here to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I right on track?
Yeah.
Are you pleased with what you see here? I know I'm not finished. I'm still pressing.
Yeah.
But am I even in the right path?
Yeah.
So I think when you can clearly answer those questions, that's success.
Yeah.
And you got to take small wins when that's your path to success.
What would you say to someone in their 20s right now who's followed your journey and they're like, okay, cool. What is one thing they should try to aim for when they're starting their own journey?
Go for it.
That's good.
Go for it. Go for all of it.
Okay.
Do all that is in your heart to do.
Within reason. I mean, don't say you're going to be like, I don't know, within reason. Let me just put it that way. Here we go.
Not plan for, I'm going to do this by I'm 30 if it's something that you can do at 22.
Ooh, that's good.
Take the 22.
Yeah.
Because there are things that your 22-year-old mind and your 22-year-old body and your 22-year-old perhaps lack of attachment.
Yep.
Because a trip around the world for me right now, to be able to just constantly go month after month after month and speak everywhere that I'm invited.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be lovely. But I have these 3 kids. Their names are Carlton Jr., Grace, and Danielle. And they got football games, and they got track, and they got musical theater, and they got all kinds of the things and the proms and et cetera and the so on.
Yeah.
And the minute the first one was born, which was, 18 years ago last week,
Yeah.
my entire paradigm shifted. And what was important before was taking an immediate backseat to the assignment that God trusted me with, that I asked for, that I can't afford to fumble.
Yeah.
So would love to be in Stockholm. I'm doing my own Renaissance celebration today.
There you go.
I'm glittering head to toe. Congratulations, Beyonce. You're the queen. But
Let me pause it right there. Yeah. So what do you think, everybody? What do you think of what she's saying? Do you sign off on what she's saying? Do you have any opinions or thoughts that differ? Or yeah, I mean, pretty much, what do you think? I think she has some good points, very good points. We are going to move forward, though. We are going to keep this party started. Before you can really think about your business financially, you have to be what? Financially literate. Financially literate is our next step. Here we go.
How do you define being financially literate?
Financially literate is just understanding your finances and knowing what best to do based on what you have. And so that is what that literacy is all about. A lot of people think it's about having the zeros behind the dollar. No, because you could have $1 million, and if you still are financially illiterate and your expenses are $1 million, you're at ground zero. But if you're an individual who may have 25,000 or 30,000 and your expenses are 10,000, you're at a net equity that's better than the person who's making the $1 million. So that literacy is very important so that you could understand how to maximize the money that you have.
Okay, so I have a question because I can remember, especially after I first got divorced, that the extent of my financial literacy was I'm broke. Like I know what my money is and I know what it ain't. And right now, your girl is broke. So, what do you say to someone who's listening and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm financially literate and I'm living paycheck to paycheck? I know that that money is not enough. How do we get out of this hole of I'm working my butt off, I'm getting up, I'm doing what needs to be done, and I still feel behind financially? I want to ask that. And then I want to flip it about people who are making more money than they've ever made, but are still not as comfortable as they want to be. So let's start first with financial literacy for me is that I am broke and it ain't a joke. And I don't know
This is a very good question. This is some very good points. Here we go.
how I'm ever going to not be broke.
Well, that's the one thing that people think is the hardest. And so I like to use myself as an example. When I first started to work and I got my qualifications, came out of college, my first job, I was making $150 a week. And I had a loan, an educational loan that I had to pay back that was $600 a month. And I told people, do the month. So if you're making $150 a week, I used to be thankful for those 5-week months because then I got an extra week because the 4-week months took all my salary. So I understand, but being broke and it ain't no joke. But what I did say is I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like being there. And I knew I wanted something different. What you have to understand is start with small steps. We want to do grand things and see big dollars in our account to say we're doing something. All you need is every week, put $5 aside and don't look at it. Start to just see how you could be more creative in your shopping. The number one thing that takes our money away is food.
Let me pause it right there. Actually, I would have to beg to differ about food because I think a lady brought up an amazing point. So many business owners get a BMW with that business loan. And that is so true. I think one of the first mistakes we make in our community is that we are so starved for what is it? For validation, not self-validation, but validation, that we make big mistakes like a lady is telling us. Instead of a BMW, you will buy you a lot of stuff in your business. I mean, a BMW, especially a brand new one, they start at like 40, maybe 50. And that's kind of low. They average 90. So $90,000 will do a lot for a lot of businesses, especially if they're service-based businesses. First of all, they pay it gives you don't use the money on a BMW, use the money on peace of mind of knowing that you have something to fall back on. That is so I got to put this back up. Where's that BMW comment? Shoot, right there. Cars in general are bad deals. Let me repeat that. Vehicles in general are bad deals. They are good that it's fine if you need one and that you can make money off of one. And I think the delivery service fad that's out, which is great. I mean, it actually gives you a logical reason to need a car, but you don't need a luxury car like a BMW. You don't need to be stunting. Yeah, stunting on them HOES. Yup. It doesn't get you anywhere. So this is some great ideas, great advice going on here. Here we go.
Whether it's grocery or whether it's going out to eat. So start to look at ways that you could also be creative about it. So
Food and nourishment are important. Now, going out to eat is a different animal, but you can't skimp on what you put in your body. There are too many chemicals, and of course, I was in fitness, so of course I'm going to talk like this a little bit. But there are too many chemicals out there. I mean, get the best deal you can on good quality item, grocery items, but that's the last place you really want to start skimping. You really want to start skimping on things like going out to dinner when you don't have to, because there's nothing you can get at especially a middle level, any restaurant. There's nothing you can get there is going to be better than what you cook at home. There's just nothing. It's a good social event. It's a good ceremony, but it is one of the, it's basically really quite honestly, the difference between McDonald's and let's say Applebee's, or let's say, what is that? The Olive Garden is minimal. They're all going to give you extra salt. They're all going to give you something to enhance the flavor. They're all going to give you something that's mass produced so they can make profit and you can come back. When you make something at home, you can make it with love. You can make it with logic. I actually bought a giant pack of drumsticks. Like, I don't know, it was heavy. It was like $5, $6 for this giant pack, which had to be 1.5 feet long with at least 10 pieces in there. You can't get that kind of deal anywhere else. All that protein. Let me shut up. I'm talking too much. Here we go, folks.
Whatever's on special, that's what you're eating for the week. So if chicken
No, remember what I said though. Remember what I said. Here we go.
On special, you eating chicken. If ground beef on special, you eating spaghetti. You have to now just be more focused and intentional about how could I put those coins aside, those pennies aside, and stack it. Instead of looking for these grand gestures of, I need to put $100 or I need to put $1,000 on a saving account. So if you broke, still write everything down. Everything you spend your money on, the first thing you should do for 3 months is track every penny you spent.
Right.
Now, a lot of people think they know what they spend.
Let me pause that for a minute. I got to jump in on this. I cannot stress more on finding those hidden subscriptions in your bank account. I cannot stress that more. Let's say you wanted to watch something on TV and it was on Paramount or it was on Netflix or something even more obscure, and it's hitting you up for $11 and $12 a month. Okay. You will be shocked on how many you can stack up. And all of a sudden you're spending $100 on just hidden subscriptions that you never use anymore. I mean, you never do anything with it. You never see it. You never thought about using it. It was just somebody kind of wowed you for a minute online and you took advantage of it. And yeah, exactly. Thank you. Audit. Yeah. Audit my, yeah. DJ Torch and Live Friends Empowerment Network. I audit my subscriptions every month. Bars, lady. Bars, you got to. They will eat you alive. They will eat you alive. I remember one time, just in my own experience, you get a little voodoo movie going on. You got your Netflix, and then you got Prime Video, and then in Prime Video you can buy a little. And this does, and a Roku does the same thing where they have little subscriptions inside your subscriptions. Then all of a sudden you blink and you're up to $120 in subscriptions that you just wanted to watch one movie at. One special was on, and it would, let's say if you joined the subscription, right, you would get like you could watch it for free or something like that. But then after that, it's just like a ghost town. There's no good movies or nothing like that. And Me Columbia breaks it down like this. Yes, ma'am. That is 1,000% on point. How can you fix how you're using money without all the information? More people really need to hear that. Bars. I mean, I am telling you, one of the best things you can sign into every day is your bank account, and just watch where every dollar goes.
Because they look at their bank account and there's no money there. But you're just doing things out of just automatically just doing it. But if you write down every single penny you spend, even if it's a stick of gum, do that for 3 months. And then when you do it for 3 months, look back at what you did. Now, you're not trying to fix anything in this 3 months. Just look back at the end of 3 months, and then you're going to
Now, what she's talking about is something different. When it comes to subscriptions, especially useless ones that you don't use, doggone it, jump on it quick. Jump on it quick, because before you know, that money comes around, that it hits your bank account again.
able to say, oh, wow, $100 I was spending on snacks that I don't need. And then you look at something else and you see, oh, wow, I went into Target for 2 things and I ended up coming out with 100 things.
Yikes.
That's happened to me.
Because what we do is we train ourselves to think that everything is a
Target has the best carts, though. They always work.
need. So when we say, I need this, I need that. So mentally, even when we have challenges with our money, we're not going to really get out of it because we justify everything we spend our money on. I don't make that much anyway, so how could I save anything?
I don't like what you're saying. It feels a little rude and personal. When you say we train ourselves, no, it's not like a need, but it's like, I bought this dress. I already have the dress, and the shoes are just $35. Like, and the shoes and the dress, and then I'll actually use the dress because right now I'm wasting.
I know. You. It's so what she's talking about is so on point. Let me read a lady's message. It comes from clicking on offers, bars in your email, bars. Next thing you know, you are signed up for a new subscription, bars. I myself, if you love to accessorize, that's a problem. It is and it isn't. It's good that you know what you need. You know, for myself, it's like I used to buy a lot of stuff for fishing. And notice I was buying every little thing. I was buying every little feather that to use for flies, or every kind of fishing line, and then every kind of, thank God I didn't buy up. I buy up a whole lot of fishing rods because they cost as much as golf clubs these days. But yeah, and then I noticed one day, I said, you know something, let me find out what happens if I just don't buy anything else. And I still caught the same amount of fish. Yep, you know. Oh, you nailed me. You nailed me. Hey, lady, I knew you were going to say, hey, you know, what could I say?
The dress. So I really need the shoes so I don't waste the dress. You're telling me that's not the math ain't mathing is what you're telling me.
The math ain't math. Because what's happening is, if you had $3 and you had to pay $2 for the dress and $1 for the shoe, you now have $0. But if you had $3 and maybe you just bought the dress, you'd still have $1. If you just bought the shoe, you'll have $2. Or if you bought nothing, you'd have $3.
Bars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. I want to show you why you want to have financial literacy. I mean, most people already know, but you want to have financial stabilities. We already went over the math. We already went over opportunities on getting funding. I'm telling you, getting grants is like, if you're not online looking for grants and you have a business, you need to slap yourself in the face. You need to do that. There's opportunities out there. It's not free money. People know these are for investments. These grant people need a successful story so they can continue to get investors, so they can continue to give out even more grants. And if you can be that success story with a business plan in hand, they will be glad to see you. But see, the reason why you have to go through putting together a business plan is it helps you plan your business. It helps you think things through. That's why they make you do it. That's why most investors won't even talk to you unless you have a business plan, because they want to know if you've thought through the process. So anyway, let's get a little messy here. Here we go. An episode of Players.
Well, looks like Tiffany Haddish seems to be having the last laugh when it comes to her hating on Common's relationship with Jennifer Hudson, because allegedly Jennifer just dumped Common in the messiest and most embarrassing way possible. Now, y'all know how Jennifer Hudson and Common have been an item for about 2 years now, right? Well, it looks like Common just got played by Jennifer, because the streets are now saying that he proposed to Jennifer, and
You can never play a player. And he said he did propose to her. The problem is, and I am pleasantly shocked by Jennifer in a couple ways. Number one is like this. Let me make something clear. As an artist and an actor, I really respect Common a lot. Okay? I really respect Common a lot. But he's just not going to be, he's not marriage material. And Jennifer knows this. They try to pin it on, welcome Letitia Lovejoy. They try to pin it on her past, on her last relationship and all that kind of stuff. No. She actually, I am proud of Jennifer. She looked at Common's track record and said, you know something? No. I'm shocked. Do you know how much emotional logic that takes to make that decision she did? Yeah. He finally proposed while he's seeking knowledge. That is just, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. It really is. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
Hit him with the big fat nope, and then crush his little heart under her boots. Well, Tiffany is not feeling bad for Common at all. And in fact, she's been mocking him and throwing some massive shade at him. If y'all thought that Tiffany was messy before, well, she just unlocked some new levels of pettiness. She ready. Y'all, it looks like Tiffany Haddish might have hexed Common or something, because he just got dumped by Jennifer Hudson. Tiffany has been openly hating on the relationship from day one, and it looks like nothing has changed.
Let me pause it right there. Yeah, so anyway, hey, lady says Common is an F-boy. Yeah, basically, he basically just he doesn't take relationships much seriously. That's just his history. And him getting married, I mean, let's face it, people will get married for fun. Bridget says, why did he propose? Is she the one? The problem is, Bridget, all of the women, even though at least he said he wanted to propose with Jennifer, and that's, I guess, a step. Basically, he always says all his women are the one. I think he just likes collecting brass. I mean, that's how I see it. Yeah, exactly, A-Lady. A-Lady says this, I always enjoyed Common's talent, but he's not a good partner. No. He's, at least from what I see, at least he doesn't seem to be a volatile partner. The problem is that he doesn't, he probably is like that because he just doesn't take a relationship seriously. Now, don't get me wrong, a relationship should not be a volatile thing ever. But I think it's just it's fun to him. It's kind of like, oh, wow, I got married and wow, okay, I'll hang out here for a couple of years. Collector of Hearts. Yeah. What was that? The Soldier of the Lonely Heart? I forgot the name of that. Anyway, let me play a little bit more of this.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer.
Tiffany and Common dated for about a year or so from 2020 to 2021 during the pandemic.
Now, this is the thing. There's two things going on with Tiffany and Common. And this is it. Number one, Tiffany wasn't in the mental space she really needed somebody. Well, she didn't need Common. She needed somebody who was going to be there for her and was, I'm not going to say would tolerate, but somebody would be supportive of her weaknesses, as we could call them. Now, obviously, I mean, she's gone through a lot. So to me, believe it or not, I think Tiffany needs Tiffany needs a good 5 years of work, because I heard that she has, I don't know for sure, but I heard that she had a little, she likes to hit that liquor a little bit hard. And well, yeah, she did. I mean, wasn't she stopped like on the road? Anytime that you have to be stopped and get a DUI, you have some work to do. So, but to me, it's like this. Common, it wasn't going to be there that long anyway. He's never been there that long. And okay. Hey, lady, yeah, DUI recently. So the thing is that you have to understand that some people are just the way it is. And don't get me wrong. I mean, we just went over another player just the other day who was Kelsey. Okay, he's a player. They just don't take relationships that seriously. They might be in one, but it's just not a big deal to them. You just never know what you're going to get. Common is in that same thing. He and Mr. Kelsey are in the same category. And then they're better than an out and out bandit. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're at a higher level than that, but I ain't gonna say they're like, oh wow, they're the perfect men for ladies. They're actually the worst men for ladies, with the exception of when you talk about men that start to venture into the DV space, if you know what I mean. So anyway, let me keep this going.
First, Common tried to claim that the relationship ended on mutual terms because they both had busy schedules that made it hard to maintain a relationship.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that answer that he gave. It's a very diplomatic answer. I mean, that's not what it was. He just wasn't serious at the beginning.
I got back on the move. It really didn't allow for us to spend as much time.
Got back on the move from what? I mean, how many movies have we seen Common in? I've only seen him in a couple within the last couple of years. And we have both seen utterly married people do multiple movies, and their marriage is still trucking along. Busy people. Remember, oh geez, it just went in and out of my mind. The guy who made Star Wars and his wife. They are she's the CEO, and well, he's Mr. Star Wars. So they're busy as you can be. They have no problem. So let me keep this going. Let me get a little taste of this right here.
There is trouble in paradise between Common and Jennifer Hudson, and it looks like there might be a break.
This is Kiki's Tea. I just wanted to throw a little bit of her out here because I just like her flavor. Don't forget to go to her channel, like and subscribe. Here we go.
Announcement on the horizon between these two. Y'all know how Common and Jennifer have been all lovey-dovey for the past year or so. Well, things took a different turn when Common popped the big question and Jennifer said no. Well, Common didn't take this well, and he flipped out on Jennifer, accusing her of using him and wasting his time. Child, it looks like the player got played, and Common is not taking the rejection well. Y'all, so it looks like Jennifer...
like I said, I've seen this before. Very long time ago. In the middle of the 90s, I was, was it? No. This was like late 90s. Middle of my DJ career, per se. I was working with another DJ, and he was actually confiding with me about a woman he had been dating. And he was a player and a half. I mean, there was a time when we were in his work van that he used for moving sound equipment. And we were in his work van, and he was confiding with me about, why. Well, no. He was confiding with me about a woman, but at the same time, this is what he wanted me to do. We were on our way to the club, and he didn't have time to drop off this one woman. So he convinced this one woman to act like she was with me because another woman was going to be at the club that was supposed to be his girlfriend. You heard that right. So they were wanting me to play into this game. That's how much of a player he was, So that was like, I guess a couple years later, we were moving some more DJ gear around, and he was telling me, it's like, this woman just won't trust me. I'm trying to be, he was trying to be on a one-on-one relationship with this woman. I said, man, bro, the lady can smell a player from a mile away. He can, and don't get me wrong, he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed calm and mild-mannered. He just wasn't very loyal. And I guess he thought he could flip a switch and be loyal and that everybody would catch on. But he doesn't seem to understand that when you're in the streets, women, especially women that are not from the streets and are looking for a relationship, by survival, they can smell that. Even if you're trying to be loyal, let's underline trying, because I've really never seen that happen. She could sense your player vibe. Now I was telling this to his name was Greg, and I was telling this to him, and he had he was in shock. I said, she probably really likes you a lot. She probably would have married you, but the problem is that she has too much doggone sense. She just knows it's a bad investment, emotionally and financially. And that's why I'm going to link this up to Get Your Money On. Being around the wrong people will lose you more money than anything else I can think of. There's nothing more heartaches and mistakes and will bust up your money. A lady says this: smart women can sniff out a player. Bars. The ones that can't get played so horribly. Bars. And I'm pleasantly shocked. Don't get me wrong. I want Jennifer she deserves to be happier than a lot of people. I mean, she deserves happiness. She is a very, very hardworking woman. I remember when she just hit the scene and all that she's been through, she deserves the best. She has not done anything wrong to nobody. She deserves to be happy. And I just didn't, I'm sorry, Common, you might have turned out to be the right guy for her, but it's a big gamble on somebody who cannot afford to gamble. She's just gotten her life where she needs it to be. And your history is bad credit. It's like having a bad credit history. He needs to build. If Common truly wants to get married, he's going to have to build up his credit, his relationship credit. Okay? He's had substantial women in his life. And what I mean by substantial is that it's clearly not their fault. Well, okay, maybe a little bit with Tiffany, but These are substantial women. They all had substantial careers, and somehow you didn't make that work. If you really feel that careers is going to be the issue, that's why I will not give Tiffany the blame game. And I'll tell you why. He knew going into the relationship with Tiffany that one, she was looking for marriage. She was not looking for marriage for fun. She was looking for stability. She truly is still looking. Common just with a bad bet. He probably played the stability game a little while and then got bored. Two, she needed somebody to take care of her. She did. She would love you to death. It's different than when men wanting to be taken care of. She would have loved you to death. Okay. She would have done what you said. She would have been submissive and all that kind of stuff. Believe it or not, yes, Rowdy Tiffany would have been all that, but you needed to take care of her. And how we know that he didn't is by how she ended up with another DUI. Yes, she was going to be a project. Yes. But he knew that going in. And she really is Tiffany is at a situation that Jennifer may have been in years ago. Emotionally. She didn't need somebody who was just going to come in and just fuck around. Excuse my language. So that's basically, let me play some more. Here we go.
Jennifer Hudson might have been listening to the warnings that a lot of people have been sending her way regarding her relationship with Common. And she is finally sitting up and realizing that Common has a couple of red flags waving in the air. She also seems to be making some calculated decisions.
Let me tell you what people that are toxic and players can't stand. They can't stand therapists and they can't stand judges. Because there's two things that they both are related in, and that's accountability. And remember now, Common is one of my favorite actors, believe it or not, but he has no accountability whatsoever. Couple years down the line, some more work, some more therapy, Common, you might be there, but you're just getting started on your journey.
Because she is reevaluating her relationship with Common, and it is not looking good. Jennifer and Common first started dating in 2022 after they both worked on the movie Breathe, and the sparks flew between them. An inside source
Great. You know something? I'm going to go see that movie. I haven't seen it yet. Here we go.
Feel that they've known each other for years. Things took a romantic turn while they were filming in Philadelphia over the summer. When the day's shoot wrapped, they'd always find their way to each other's side.
All right. Darnell Elliott breaks it down like this. Hey, lady, the only things that are certain in life, death, taxes, and me getting
Jennifer is known to keep her
Darnell, we'll work on that, bro. We will work on that.
Relationships low key. So she tried to deny the relationship, claiming that they were just friends. She said, people create their narratives of it. We shot a film together and he played my husband. We got to eat in between those moments. It was clear that this was a pile of BS, especially because they got spotted out on multiple occasions, even after filming ended. I mean, Common even went as far as to fly all the way to London for the premiere of her musical, A Strange Loop. People who saw them together could tell that there was a little something going on between them. And like this insider said, there has been speculation for months regarding whether or not they are together, but the fact they've traveled all the way to London together.
Okay, let me pause that right there. I think we've seen enough of this. I think basically I'm super proud that Jennifer had the energy to do what was best for herself and her career and her soul. Okay. Common is, I mean, let's face it, Common, well, damn, he's damn near my age, so that's one thing. But anyway, Common can be very tempting to a lot of women. He's got that swag, he's got that chill and everything like that. But the problem is he's kind of like, how would you put it? I don't know, empty calories. I don't know how to put it. But that's basically what it will come down to. And the women will end up empty. That's the problem. Me Columbia says this. I don't understand why some women put the label of player on you if you are a decent looking person that work out and you're polite. No, it's not that. That's not the player part. The player part is when you play games, when you're playing emotional games, when you know that your intentions are not what the other person believes those intentions to be. That's a player. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I'm a PhD.
My issue again is that he did not have to juxtapose his successes against Black women. It's just entirely unnecessary.
Bars, by the way, right out the gate, bars.
Do you hold this same position for Black women when they're speaking about themselves?
This shouldn't even, really quite honestly, what he said there made absolutely no sense. What she was saying is that men shouldn't compare themselves to women when it comes to success.
Certainly.
So Black women who talk about themselves, they should never bring up Black men and juxtapose their accomplishments against Black men.
No, and the funny thing is this, he's trying that kind of reversal BS, and it makes no sense because, quite honestly, Black women never have compared themselves to what men were doing. And it really, quite honestly, he's the godfather of making men just to dispose themselves to women, when really he should have been, I'm sorry, my bad. He should have been trying to make men just oppose themselves to other men. But he didn't do that, did he? That's basically what his show is about.
I don't think it's healthy.
No, that's not what I asked. What did your husband say about this? Did y'all discuss it?
No, I'm not married. I would not choose.
See, this is the funny part. See how he's trying to do the shame blame thing? He's not married either. And he's older than her. She looks like she's in her 30s. He looks like, well, we know what he looks like now. So that's funny to me that he's trying to get in this back and forth with an educated woman who, by the way, people, is probably 3 times as educated as, well, no, it's more than that, because quite honestly, we don't even know if he finished college. She's a PhD. And that is a big deal. That is a big deal. If she was in any other, let's imagine she was in another space. Let's say she's not even Black. Let's just say she's not even Black. She would have, regardless, she's not even Black and she's equal looks. She would have men lining up around the corner. Believe it or not, only in our culture do men look down on educated women. I grew up in a space where men loved, they actually bragged about their wives' education. I kid you not. They literally would brag about their wives. Oh yeah, she's got an MBA from Harvard, and but Black men, we don't do that. We get dropouts, literally, at least in my opinion, dropouts, literally shaming women with PhDs. You can't make this shit up. You just can't make it up. Yeah, she's a PhD talking to an idiot. That's why there's so many people in that space, because they get to, when they bash women, they get to lower them a peg in at least their own mind, They're not lowering the woman because all she has to do is walk out of that space or tune out of that space and go on with her life, her high value life, by the way. But in their minds, these people are, I got you. But they're not going anywhere. Kevin did a great job becoming a pretender. And the majority of coiffures came from him shaming women and men giving him money for literally nothing. For false hope, false self-esteem. Let me keep it going. Here we go.
I would not choose to date into something like that. I got choose to be single.
Okay.
I'm a PhD.
Okay. Congratulations. But that was
Thank you.
unnecessary, right?
Nope. Because
No. You just
I
no,
go
ma'am.
around
You just
saying
I
that
just
I'm the
asked you
type,
about
right?
marriage. So I just asked you about marriage, and you juxtaposed it against your education.
Yeah, she did because she knows that her PhD is going to get her more than that marriage would. She's done her math. She knows that she doesn't want to end up with somebody like you. That's a PhD will get you further in the world in general, further than anything else. And believe it or not, in the right spaces, it'll get you a better man. It will. But I'm telling you, ladies, from a man's perspective who grew up around high value men, a PhD matters. It matters. Don't get me wrong. High value men, they might marry you if you're a bus driver. Who knows? But let me tell you one thing. The high value men I knew, I was a younger man and a kid at the time. But the high value men I knew, they love them some educated women. And the reason I made this live was to make it because we're out of the red pill space here, but we're still hovering around it. So I want all the ladies who listen or are hovering around and you hear that bullshit coming out of that space, just know there are men that love an educated woman and appreciate an educated woman. Okay? You can have your PhD. You may or may not need to extend your options, but you will find a man to appreciate you. And even if that man happened to be African American, if he's in the right frame of mind, he's going to appreciate you as well. A PhD is good for many things. A PhD is also a great filter. It may break your heart. You might see some eye candy, ladies, dudes with big hunking muscles. And you're like, wow. And he may be turned off to you because you have a PhD. And the reason why he's turned off to you is because he doesn't, in reality, his self-esteem ain't where it needs to be. He is trying to shame her PhD because he is a shame. Samuels is trying to shame this woman. Okay. Shame her PhD because he is a shame. It's a shame. Da, 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 da. He's a shame. The way he, But, we all kind of know what's going on.
We need to start advocating for men who want to be with men. I understand the impulse, brothers. I do. But our women are not showing us. I don't care what they say. What are the women showing?
They're showing that you are not a high value man. There's two ways you need to be high value. You need to be high value emotionally first. Okay? And black women are catching on. Black men, you're catching on. You're not quite there yet. And if you don't agree with me, check out, Sinji, or check out the Queen Maker. They'll tell you you're not quite there yet, but you're getting there. Soul is so important. Soul is so important. Okay, remember now, I just a couple days ago played this same man right here trying to talk a black woman into accepting her child to be essayed by her husband. Remember that? Remember Kevin saying that? What if he said something like, what if he saw his daughter, her daughter, walking out of the shower? It's like, what the F? Negro, please. Welcome, Eat, Pray, Yoga in the house. It was crazy. Let's keep it going.
Yes,
That's
because I'm
unnecessary.
trying to give you context.
That's unnecessary.
I'm giving you context about the prize
That's-
for meeting.
Did you notice how if you were to play back, do this. Play back Kevin Samuels having a debate with somebody and try to tune out the other person. Tune them out and just listen to them. If you listen close enough, he really sounds like a 13-year-old. Excuse me. He really does. If you listen to him closely.
Hold on, Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany. Tiffany, go ahead.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Go ahead. What am I missing here?
A lot.
A lot, actually.
That's funny. I haven't seen this part yet. That's cool. Okay, here we go.
It's just, I'm just listening to the conversation. I think it's quite interesting. I'll say this.
My bad. Phoenix Hill in the house. By the way, my bad. Hey, lady, you're right. He was very childish. Thank you for correcting me. I forgot. Sometimes, here we go.
For one, if you have to say that you're a prize, then you probably aren't.
Why?
Bars. Remember when we heard Jeezy say, I'm a good guy. I'm a good brother. Remember that? It's the same theory. If you have to say it, then you're probably not. Remember when Jeezy also said, brothers who cheat ain't S, but he did? I'm just saying.
Just to start.
Why?
People who are prizes, you don't have to necessarily go around flaunting that.
Hold on.
Bars.
Oh, hold on, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry I have to do another fishing analogy. When I go fishing and somebody asks me, so how's the fishing? I'll go, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Could be maybe a little bit better, or I've done okay. I don't go, oh yeah, I'm the king around here. I catch the biggest fish. Yeah, I don't, I'm taking them out of here left and right. Yes, I'm the king in here. And it's funny because they know I might be knocking them down, but it's like, why? Your actions speak louder than words. Let's put it that way. Bridget says this: he was fighting women who had standards and morals against who he was. Bars. Here we go.
Which is a dialogue. All he said was he was
Right.
the prize.
I wasn't
Hold
finished.
on. Well, this is a dialogue, so this is how this is going to go. All he said is he was the prize. And that because of his.
Wait, let
where
me
he
pause
is.
it right there. What he's trying to do is even the playing field for him, because he knows I think deep down inside, he knows that he's intellectually outmatched with a woman half his age. With a woman half his age. He knows he's intellectually outmatched. He does. And you have to take this, this is basically happening on a large scale in our community. I'm telling you. Here we go.
He didn't flaunt it. Did you read what he wrote?
I did. Respectfully, I wasn't finished.
Well,
and that's why I
respectfully,
was trying
ma'am,
to
this is my
conclude.
show, and this is how it's.
Saying this is your show to win an argument is a weak way to win an argument, a debate. But see, what he's trying to do is not let her get out, basically her intellectual dagger, because he is not a match for her if he didn't. Bridget says this: if it got too heated, he would just delete you off the show. Bars. Exactly. That's exactly what he would do. Uh-oh, what's going on here?
It's going
Yes,
to
but
go.
if you wanted a dialogue,
Well,
the issues
okay,
that I
here's one
had
thing
was
that's not going to happen.
necessarily what
Here's
you're
one thing
saying
that's
that
not
was
going to
pride.
here's one thing that's not going to happen. This is my show. You're going to respect my
She thought he wanted a dialogue. He doesn't. He wants control of his show. He wants to be able to paint the narrative. He wants to be able to look smarter than her, even though he's probably about 25, and intelligence level, probably about 25% of what she has. It's clear that, I mean, you don't even have to listen to her much longer to know that she's got him outmatched.
my show as it is, or you are not going to talk to me.
Is that is juxtaposed. His success is
Did you hear
juxtaposed
me?
against Black women. Yes, can you hear me?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, did you hear what I said?
No, I muted you because you were talking over me, and that's rude when you come onto someone's platform. I'm running
So what I
five people.
said,
Did you understand
so
what
what
I
I
said?
said was,
Did you understand what I said, ma'am?
yeah, I think maybe there's a lag.
Okay,
Can
do
hear
you
me?
understand that? Okay, there's a lag. So what I need you to do is if I start talking, please, I'm saying something for a reason. Don't just talk over me.
Right, but you cut me off. So
That's exactly, Bars, Bridget. She's per se disrespectful because she's not, taking his BS. Bars.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
I can do that. I run the show. If that's a
Okay,
problem, then
well,
you
what
don't
was your
need to be
question?
here.
But you asked me a question,
And I'm
right?
going to
You asked
continue
me
to
a
ask you
question?
questions.
Okay. So what's your question?
I said that he only said he was the prize once. He didn't pound his chest or didn't drone on about it.
It doesn't matter. It's the same effect. You don't have to say you're the prize if you're the prize at all. It doesn't come to your mind. When a quarterback goes in the game, he doesn't say, "Hey, guess what? I'm the quarterback." Because you're the quarterback. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. He was so disrespectful to Black women, and Black men ate it up because they all craved that level of misogyny. Bars. Phoenix Soul says this: he's playing power dynamics. Weak beyond.
So you mischaracterized what he said.
No, I didn't. That was not my issue that I took with the post. May I continue?
Yes.
Okay. So the issue is that he juxtaposed his success against Black women. What's wrong with simply just being successful?
Bars. Bars. Let's keep it going.
He juxtaposed it against the women who are going to be, he's going to be out here dating. What did he say about Black women that was incorrect? Factually wrong.
I think that he made several generalized statements about what Black women think or believe
Ma'am,
and what we
ma'am,
want.
ma'am,
Yes?
no. What he did is he quoted facts, statistics, and data that can be pulled readily from a website called blackdemographics.com.
that blackdemographics.com is like shit. I could have blackdemographics.com. I could make one up tonight. It's a guy in a basement.
.com, then these facts are not in question.
Yeah, they are in question.
He did, but the
So
issue
what is
that
wrong
you
about
don't
saying
you
those?
don't have
So
to-
what is wrong about saying those things?
He's created a narrative that his success somehow has to be juxtaposed against Black women.
You
It's
didn't
just
answer my
simply not
question.
necessary.
No, you didn't answer my
I
question.
did answer.
No, she just did answer the question. She just didn't answer the question in a way that you could counter, sir. That's all.
So by saying that Black women typically don't want to date down, is that true or false?
What's his definition of dating down?
Da-
Having a JD does not
dating
mean
down.
that's
If you're going to
dating down.
ask me a question, I'm going to answer. Dating down is Black women tend to want a man who has at least what she has educationally and in income wise. Dating down would be somebody is hold on. Dating down would mean you're
This is actually he's 150% wrong, and I'll tell you why. Because the thing is this: you just can't say Black women don't like dating down. Nobody in the world likes dating down. There's not one race of people who likes dating down. But the race of women that date down the most are Black women. See, he didn't put, sorry, my man. Oh, wait, you're gone. My bad. Sorry, Saint Kevin up in the heavens. Or maybe, well, he did say he was going to go to hell. So anyway, but no, think about it. How about those facts and statistics? Black women, of all women in the United States and possibly the world, date down more than any other race of women. That's about as good as it gets, fellas. So this argument about dating down, notice how they only pit it against Black women. Do you see Black men complaining about, as he would call it, Becky dating down, or all the other races of women dating down? No, you do not. No, you do not. Then that's when he'll start that equally yoked conversation. Hey, lady, nah, his ass is in purgatory.
Dating down would mean you're a college educated woman and you're dating a non-college educated man. That could be considered dating down. Dating down could mean you're making one income and the man you're dating is making
Black
less.
women do that all the time. So what's the difference, bro? Unfortunately,
less than you. Those are two
Yes,
examples.
but
of
right
dating
now
down.
he has potential. He doesn't have a job.
You
right?
asked about dating down. We're not going to move the ball.
No, she didn't. She didn't ask about dating down. You did, dude. She didn't ask about dating down. He brought it up. He brought it up, not her. Yes, Bridget, his wife more than dated down. Literally made 3 times as much as he did. Saint Dusty. Exactly. Ipe Yoga says this, well, it is truly dating down when a white woman date Black men, but they love that. Yep.
Saying that your definition of dating down.
It's funny that he's muting her. I mean, because she's not being combative. I mean, he's insulted, but only because she's that 3 times as smart as he is.
Sugar P, what's going on?
Well, was.
See,
Hello.
let me say something. Daisha.
He's still mad. He's still mad at Daisha. Give it to him, Daisha.
If you want to get what you want to get out of life, what you just saw happen cannot help you.
No, I disagree. And since you're not here anymore, I'm going to take over. Ladies, love And if you want it, get your PhD. If you want to have a business, and remember, just watch the beginning of this live stream. There are so many grants, so many ways to be successful. I am telling you, do not listen to this garbage that this man is spewing. He's a designed monster, or was, my bad. He was a designed monster to only rattle your self-esteem so you would settle for a lot less. And unfortunately, in our commuting, settling for less will get you on our Sunday show. Let me keep going.
You cannot be combative with men just because you disagree.
She's not being combative. She's just smarter than you, dude. She's just smarter than you, or than you were.
And when someone's trying to talk to you,
I mean, okay. Look. She's educated, bro. And she's more educated than you. And then you're trying to tell the other women on your panel to become doormats. Quite honestly, let me keep it going.
Just talk over them and disrespect them. You said you're a little bit nervous because you're talking to me and my 50,000 subscribers and my 500 people watching. But I have a woman in here who's talking to me like I ain't shit. Or she can just talk to me.
Well, I mean, you had a good show. I mean, people like your show, but if you look at your track record, you know, it could be argued that could be, I'm not saying you were, but that could be argued. That could be very well be argued.
You know, kind of way. And I'm all wrong. And I'm trying to have a respectful dialogue, but it's hard to have a respectful dialogue with someone who ultimately has no respect for your positions. So this is what tends to plague a lot of Black women.
Yeah, plaguing Black women. I'm by statistically, what's plagued Black women is Black women trying to date down, trying to do the struggle of, trying to do ride or die. We're talking about maybe 1 in 20 that works out, if that. So basically, let's listen a little bit more.
This is what this brother was referring to. Anybody with any common sense and can look at observable reality knows that nothing that man said was incorrect. He said Black women don't want to date down.
It actually is incorrect if you frame it with the rest of the world. It's like saying that, you know, I don't like to step in piece of crap. It's like, it's a duh thing. Nobody wants to date down, but Black women do it the most. So technically, Black women like to date down compared to everybody else. So I just beat you, Kevin. You weren't around when I did it. I'm sorry, but I just beat you. Because in comparison, Black women do like to date down. I don't recommend it, but since we're talking about stats and you know, and information and Black statistics, whatever it is called .com, let me just go ahead and break it down for you. Compared to the rest of the world, Black women do like to date down because all the other women don't like to date down as much as Black women like to date down. Do black women generally like to date down? Nobody likes to date down, but black women like to do it more than everybody else. In many cases, to their detriment. In the house, Miss RV. Why Seeking Knowledge is in the house. Me Columbia is in the house. Phoenix Soul is in the house. Bridget's in the house. Tevin's in the house. That's basically the whole scoop. Let's go to another PhD. I don't want to bore everybody with, her wiping the screen left and right with them. Here we go.
Salute.
Let me fast forward. Okay. I know y'all seen this before, so let's check it out. Here we go.
Let me show y'all something, world. I just literally proposed. I ain't gonna record you because that's up. Like I just proposed to my girl.
10 years,
we've been together.
10 years.
Yeah, we've been together for 10 years, and
A proposal after 10 years is not a proposal. It's a look of desperation. For all we know, she came into some money, or he went broke, he lost his job. We don't know why, but let's find out and see what happens here.
I just proposed to her, and she just sitting here and just looking at the ring. You just sitting here looking at it.
In a car, you ain't put no thought into it. You ain't taking me out to dinner or nothing.
Bars. Because he thinks of marriage the same way that Common thinks of marriage. He thinks of marriage, it's just fun. Wasted all her life. And it took a proposal to wake her up. That's what happened. She probably wanted that 8 years ago. She's probably now thinking, why was I even with this guy? Phoenix Soul is saying this about St. Daniel's. I know I mixed it up on purpose. He said it all right there. He's the one attempting to talk down, and he's projecting unto her, what the F? I'm so glad I never engaged with that clown. Jealous A dude. Yep. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. He's so condescending. Hard for me to watch. Yeah, that Why Seeking Knowledge. That's why I had to tune on to something else. Hard for me to watch. The fact our men loved this and worshiped this fool, filled his coffeers because of the disrespect of their own women, blows my mind. Me Columbia breaks it down like this. Okay, so it's okay for him to talk about the number of subs he has, right? Bars. Talking about your PhD isn't called for. Super bars. KS is just as annoying as HELL. Miss RV, what's up? DJ in chat, how the hell y'all been? We've been good, Miss RV. Miss RV in the house. Let's keep it going.
No type of little setup, bro.
Why do it? But
flowers, nothing. Just this ring.
But Crystal,
and then after 10 years.
Crystal.
Bars. She's been wanting to. By the way, she's been wanting to say this for a long time. I feel so sad for her. I do.
You said you wanted to be married. I went.
Yeah, she would wanted to be married, but I guess she wanted to be married. Number one, 8 years ago, maybe 9, and maybe not to you anymore. Maybe she woke up.
Yeah, like 5 years ago. I don't want that shit. Not take you another 5 years to propose to me. No, I don't want.
What you mean? So 10 years? Look, 10 years for me. That tells me if I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It'll take you 10 years.
People true colors. People true colors don't be coming. Like I got to see your true colors. It do take people 10 years. Everybody not the same. Like, I don't get it. What you talking about? Like, so you really don't want to you don't want to marry me. So you finna break up with
Wow. She really, this is, let me tell you one thing. It's not his proposal that made her quit him. It's the epiphany that it brought. Was you know, she learned. She learned. Man, this is deep. This is deep.
because I got you a ring 10 years later?
Yes. Yes, that's the point. It's 10 years later, bro.
In the car.
What you mean we in the car? Like, it don't matter where you get proposed to, as long as you get proposed to.
It shows how little thought he put into it. It's kind of like, maybe, you know, you never know. He might have cheated on her and she found out and they, you know, made up or something. And you never know. I'm not saying he did that, but I believe she doesn't believe it's a sincere proposal. And after 10 years, I wouldn't either.
Want that shit? Can you stop recording me?
I'm not going to stop recording because you're unappreciative, and I want to show the world how unappreciative my girl is.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's enough right there to make her want to not marry you. And quite honestly, I think she said she wanted to pack her stuff and go. So she may not even be your girl. Here we go.
Like, I don't understand right now. Like,
did you see that look she gave him? I know you didn't see it because it was like, you know, her eyes were cut off. She cut her eyes at him, and that's what it's all about. Brina West in the house.
Like, you know how much I spent on this ring, and you complain about?
Take it back, or sell it. What he thought he could do was just buy a trinket, and then she would fall in line. That's what he wanted her to do.
Where I'll propose to you at? That's what you complain about?
In the car. It's no type of thought into it. And
there you go.
10 years. I don't want that shit now. It took you 10 years?
Okay, everybody not the same. Maybe it take me 10 years to realize if I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I don't want it.
That's crazy.
It took 10 years to figure out that he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And I guarantee you, he's going to want to cheat in peace. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right there. The shut up ring. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Want to stay, but not attached. She shared his energy and he can't stand it. Bars.
Crazy. Like, I don't get you. Like, then you talking about you finna leave. Where you finna go? Where you finna go?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this was a doozy. We got to talk about this. And in my opinion, I'll just give you my opinion and then I'll let us get to talking. In my opinion, she has to be cheating. She has to.
No, actually, bro, he has to be cheating. After 10 years, there's no, I mean, if she was cheating, it's after 10 years. And it's funny how these players or these, and I'm being nice, calling him a player, they love to project. Dudes cheat 3 times as much as women do. In our community. And you nailed it. He probably been cheating. So I find it amazing how they frame stuff. We're going to, you know something? Let me play this right here.
My beautiful people, thank you so much for following, for liking my page, for commenting. I really appreciate y'all. So the topic today, which I posted on my page, and again, please like and share my videos and please comment. Give me your opinions. I love opinions, regardless if I agree with them or not.
Okay, we'll give you some opinions. Here we go.
The topic today is, and I kind of have some notes this time because I want to be very.
He calls himself Coach J.
sure that I'm giving the correct information. So, topic today is, why hasn't he asked you to marry him? I know a lot of women been in relationships for years, and they say that they're ready. They say they're ready to jump into a relationship. They say that they're ready to be somebody's wife. They feel as though they're in a place of where,
watch how he frames this. Watch how he frames it.
that man should recognize where she's at and that she should be married right now. She's ready to put a ring on her finger. She's ready to do all the wifely duties and do all these things. All right. So
Notice how it's only one way, folks. He says nothing about what a man's supposed to do.
So if you're in that place, you know, hats off to you. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm proud of you. You're doing exactly what you need to do to be in the right place for this man to ask you for your hand in marriage.
Generally, the reason why Black men especially don't ask a woman for marriage is because they just don't ask a woman for marriage. They're just, it's not, you saw how, look at Kevin, look at what people judge women on. Looks, fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive. Look, it's either looks or control. Unfortunately, in our community, that's just what we do. Why Seeking Knowledge breaks it down like this. Now he's trying, this is for the young man who was trying to make that woman marry him. Now he's trying to drill her, bars. I bet he's put her through hell too. I agree. Now, when he feels his market value going down, he wants to plant his flag, bars. She's like, whatever. Bars, once again. Now we're looking at another man right here who's trying to say that hats off to women who are willing to let men treat them like doormats. That's basically what he's saying in a very nice way. I'll give him that much. The problem is that it wouldn't matter. There are more women by like 2 million or 1 or 2 million women in our community than there are men. So men have their selection. And then 25% of the men in our community date out. Fine. Do you. There's nothing wrong with that. Do your thing. The problem is this. There's more than plenty of good women around. Right? But if their role model is a man that was slinging his thing around in 6 women that were half his age, there's just nothing you can do. There's just nothing you can do about that. Let's see what else he's got to say.
There are some women out there that are not in the place and think they are, but don't want to own up to it. Because
now, what he didn't say is this. There are more women in the place than there are men in the place by a lot. Okay? And the women that these men want are the women that he's talking about that are not in that place. But he's not going to tell anybody that. The old spinner-rooney, and I caught up to it. Here we go.
it's a lot of work to be married. It's a lot of work to say that you're somebody's wife. It's not just saying.
Wow. Wow, I could say, man. If to me it's like this, I finally, I mean, what good is it being married if you're just going to be a doormat daily? At least if you're single, you can pick the days you want to be a doormat. If you had the doormat. Or you could choose not to be one. But if you're married, especially with a man of his mentality. That's like everyday thing. Me Columbia says this, that a prime example of why you shouldn't give a man the husband treatment until they are actually your husband. Bars. Me and my wife treated each other like boyfriend, girlfriend until I proposed to her. Bars. Bars. But let's listen to some more misogynists speak. Here we go.
That you're somebody's wife, you have to act upon that as well. So you actually have to play a part in that marriage. It's not just saying, hey, you know, I have a husband at the house, or me and the hubby doing this, me and the hubby doing that. It's a lot more action than it's actually talking. And people don't recognize that.
No, they do. You're just recognizing it now.
Hopefully this topic today is going to help men and women.
No, not really. Not really. I'm not sure why he calls himself a coach. I don't know. Maybe he coaches soccer or something. That's interesting, though. I got one more. This is the piece de resistance. Kendra G and the young lady.
You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, you look ready. Okay, I like it. Set up, camera light, outfit cute. Okay. Is your name Alicia?
My name is Alicia, yes.
Where are you calling us from, honey?
Los Angeles.
LA. You look good. How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
30. What you do for a living?
I'm a neuroscience researcher.
She is a P motherfucker HD.
Ooh, a neuroscience researcher. That sounds smart. Do you have any
He is a PhD.
kids?
I do not.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
Taurus.
Mystic Moon in the house.
And when's your birthday?
April 20th.
Oh, okay. I'm May 7th, but just it might be Taurus night. It might be Taurus night.
It is.
Yep. Phoenix Soul says this. I'd rather scrub my face against a brick wall repeatedly than ever place myself in the proximity with an entitled knuckle dragging peen holder. Bars. that coming from Phoenix Soul, Me Columbia. So him as a man thinks it's his job to teach a woman how to be wives, but not to teach men how to be husbands. Bars.
Alicia, it is. Alicia, 30, Taurus, a neuroscience researcher. No kids, LA, let's do it. Have you ever been married?
I have been, yes.
Oh, okay. When did you get divorced?
December 2020.
Okay, 4 years ago. And you're officially divorced, right?
Officially divorced, yes.
What kind of man are you looking for?
Yes. So someone that's family oriented.
I love it. I love it. She got a pen and paper. She's got notes out. She wants to get married, let me tell you. And she has a PhD.
That's compassionate, someone that can hold intellectually stimulating conversations, someone
And you're not
that
going to find that on Kendra's show, but let's keep going.
is very emotionally attentive and physically supportive in a relationship, someone that is consistent with their efforts, someone that wants to be a husband, that wants to be a father, not just open. I'm really unattracted to guys that say, "Oh, I'm open to it if I meet the right person." Or
Bars. Bars. Uh-oh. She throwing out some bars, folks. So is Why is Seeking Knowledge. She says this deflecting and denial in reality by Black men is so weird. They're going to ride this till the wheels fall off, and it's sad and ridiculous at the same time. Bars, once again. Let's keep it going.
But like they're actively in the mindset of wanting to create a family and create a marriage with someone.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers are people that are dismissive or arrogant, people that are unhealed with like familial issues or like mommy issues. Sadly, I've been meeting folks that have issues with their mom. They've unfortunately been neglected, you know, as a child, and they kind of project some of these issues, and they have a lot of trust issues in their relationship. So
Oh my God, she just nailed the basic problem with a lot of the men in our community right there. Wow. She's throwing out bars, folks. Listen, keep listening. Here we go.
if they can, you know, they've gone to therapy, work those kinds of issues out. Someone that plays stupid dating games that, like, if you don't go to Chipotle with me, then, you know, you're not my girl or whatever stupid. It's just, let's just be direct.
She reminds me of that. She's as if she's talking about Ring Dude.
Plan, and let's just leave it at that. Someone that emotionally shuts down if we're in a conflict, like they can't just directly communicate with me what they're, you know, going through. So
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
yes, just be well put together, be Black. I don't have a height requirement. He could be 5'6", he could be, you know, 5'10", he could, you know, whatever. Someone that has, you know, decent teeth. I'm a little bit, you know, into teeth. And just well put together, someone that, you know, can just dresses nicely for the most part.
Okay. You don't have to. Oh no, I'm gonna get there yet. You do have to answer this question. Should he make a certain amount of money?
He does not. No, just be financially literate, be able to save your funds, because he can be a school teacher, he can make $45,000 a year, but he's in a very selfless path, right? And I love selfless people. I love people that are very community oriented. So he doesn't have to have an exact amount, just be smart with his finances and be able to take care of.
That's probably going to how should I say? That's probably going to backfire on her, but I understand what she's saying. She's trying to make a 3-point shot from mid-court, but it can be done, but she's got to be extremely patient. But at least she didn't say a bus driver.
Of the household that he has.
Okay. Could he have kids already?
Maximum 2, no more than 2. Yeah, preferably none, but, you know, no more than 2.
Okay, but first none, but no more than 2. Should he be in LA?
Yes, he does, because I'm in a doctoral program, so I have to be here for at least another 3 years.
I hear that. Mystic Moon says this, maybe Cringe is trying to upgrade her show. However, I wonder if she's on this show. Yeah, why she is on this show. What is her agenda? I hope she isn't one of those ladies who just wants attention for her PhD and high standards. Bars.
But after that, I'm fair game anywhere. So
you're on your road to become a doctor?
A doctorate of neuroscience, yeah, a PhD in neuroscience.
Phoenix Soul says this, oh hell, she's intelligent and gorgeous and delusional. Or just on here to stunt. Because, you know, I think why we're getting so critical about it is because we've seen the kind of guys that are on this show. And I'm sorry, but if you're as intelligent, and she clearly is, as she is, she knows she ain't supposed to be on this damn show. She's seen the guys on the show. She knows she's the math ain't math. And here we go.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
All right, let's do it, Alicia. Let's do the Kendrick Cam.
All right. Me.
Okay. In great shape.
Thank
Listen,
you.
you look good, girl. Oh, they
you.
want me to ask you this. We got a paid question. LII said, why did you get a divorce, and what part of you played a part that could have done better in your marriage?
Wow, interesting. Okay. I'm going to drop the link just in case somebody. Hello, Letitia Lovejoy in the house. Here we go.
We were very incompatible to begin with. And I unfortunately had a lot of unhealed issues from my own childhood, my own adolescence. So I didn't have the right discernment in choosing the right partner. So it was already doomed before it started, you know, kind of thing.
And then you go on Kendra's show. Oh, man. And then you go on Kendra's show. Oh, man. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. When was your last relationship? Say
Yeah, I'm
again?
sorry. I said I've gone to therapy. I've done a lot of self-reflection, a lot of work on myself. So I'm in a much better
Yeah.
space. You know,
Letitia put it like this: she is beautiful and educated, but this show ain't it.
mentally to be attentive to a new relationship.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm gonna decline.
Smart.
You're gonna decline. Fair enough. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I can be an overthinker. I can be very analytical, and I think it comes with the nature of, I'm a researcher. I love research, but unfortunately, at times it can spill into my personal life.
So, did you research Kendra's show because the guy's on here?
Let's see, what were the other ones? Oh, staying past the expiration date. So sometimes I can be the kind of person that, like, if they're giving me signs that they no longer want to work on the relationship, but let's try to make it work, and let's try, and not just listening to them, wanting to give up. That's kind of it. I mean, I feel like I'm a good partner, so I feel
Well,
like I have
listen,
a
you
lot.
got a co-sign in that. You got a co-sign in that. I'm getting a couple of paid questions and compliments. So the compliment is Lord of Leon. He said, "This lady has been a breath of fresh air. Are you mixed?" He wants to know if you're mixed.
I am, yeah. So my father is Black American, and my mother is from Puerto Rico.
Okay, our mother's Puerto Rican.
You see the first question they ask her? These men are something else.
Someone said, Q La Q, beautiful, intelligent, no children. What were the circumstances that led to your divorce? I mean, I guess, was there a final breaking point?
Well, I mean, it was, like I said, it was sort of doomed before it started. So I don't want to be really long-winded.
Oh, come on. She should have chose better. That's what she's saying. I mean, you guys wanted her to admit it. So I don't know why they keep asking her that.
Because it's a very long story, but long story short, I unfortunately did not have discernment when I chose him to be my husband at the time. So we had a lot of issues. We were very foundationally misaligned to begin with. So there was already a lot of conflict. And unfortunately, I had very low self-esteem. So I was just happy to have someone that
Bars. Ding, 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 ding. Letitia Lovejoy nails it. Low self-esteem. Mystic Moon says delusional. Oh, we got it all. We got Phoenix Soul. Yep. Delusional. What's the Here we go. Here we go.
wanted to have a long-standing relationship, with me at the time. So there's a much longer comprehensive story, but that's sort of the gist of it.
Fair enough. We're moving forward from that relationship. So no more questions about her divorce. We got it all in.
Yeah,
We got it all
really.
in. All right, Alicia, what's the age range you would date?
28 to 44.
Okay, 28.
She's desperate. Especially if how many 28? No, never mind. Let me just keep it going.
28 to 44. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm a great catch, Kendra.
I don't think you're a great catch. I think you're a great catch.
Thank you. I'm very loving. I'm very compassionate. I'm very family oriented. So their family becomes my family. I was always very close with people that I dated, their family. So if they have siblings, if their mother, if anyone needs help, or if they just need, people to kind of lean on, like I see them as my family. I think I'll be a very good mother. I'm super loving. I love children. I adore children. I would love to have, my own children. I'm a great friend. I'm a great support system. I'm very intelligent. So, the person can kind of ping pong their ideas off of me, be a sounding board. I'm very emotionally attentive to my partner. So I have a lot of good qualities that I think would be a great supportive wife and mother. So.
Okay. And why do you think you're single?
Oh my goodness. You live in LA, but thank God you found probably, a great catch. It's very difficult dating in Los Angeles. I unfortunately meet a lot of shapeshifters, a lot of people that look great on paper, but in reality, they're just very inconsistent. Their communication is off. So I feel like honestly, if I lived in a different state, I would probably already be in a relationship, at this point. But because of school, I had to be in LA. So like I said, that's sort of the gist of it.
I got you. All right, let's do it, Alicia. I do think you're a quality woman. I think you're a good catch. I agree with you. So let's do it. Alicia, what was the age range you said again?
28 to 45.
Yeah, Mystic Moon, you nailed it. She wants to be used. Sad. Oh my God. This is actually sad. It is.
Or
okay, 20 to 45. She's 30. She's a Taurus, a neuroscience researcher. No kids. Would prefer a guy with no kids, but open to if you have two. She has to be in LA. She's getting her doctorate degree or PhD. So let's do it. How can the guy reach out to you, baby?
Yeah, so Instagram, it's Alicia Nicole Peace. So ALISHANICOLEPEACE.
All right, one more.
Oh, see, you know these guys can't spell.
Oh, is it right there at the bottom?
Right there, yep.
There you have it. Okay, girlfriend, will you keep me posted how it goes?
All right, thank you, love. Have a good one.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby.
All right. So basically, that was crazy how that turned out. That's how she is literally setting herself up for failure, in my opinion, because she still has low self-esteem. Otherwise, she wouldn't be saying what she said. Let me go. I'm not talking about Kendra, but let me move this in the middle. Okay. Yeah, I think she's going to put herself into trouble. I'd run down to LA and try to talk her out of some of her selections of how she wants to do things, but no. But yeah, she's definitely on her way of being a PhD for sure. But I don't know if she'll make it. Not with her selection choice. Anyway, Mr. Moon says this: I'd rather Kendra G take her on a date. They would be a better And with that, folks, I got to hit the beat. Here we go. All right, I'd like to thank everybody for coming through. Replay gang in the house.
In this moment,
Shout Phoenix Soul,
I cannot say what's wrong
Bridget
or
Mouton,
right.
Mystic Moon,
It's not hard to fool me.
Letitia Lovejoy,
'Cause I'm addicted to
Me
the
Columbia,
vibes. Yeah, lead the way.
Why is Seeking Knowledge,
I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe.
Miss RV.
To the edge of it all.
Break it down, break it down.
To the edge of it all.
Eat, pray, yoga in the house.
So tell your good night. 'Cause I'll find a better one.
The lifestyle guy.
Susceptible now. Before the moment flies.
Sandy Red.
So tell your good night.
Sandy Red, I gotta check out. Sorry to pause a bit. Sandy Red, I gotta check out T Salt's new video. I know I gotta hear. I gotta check it out.
'Cause I'll find a better one.
Hey, Brady.
Susceptible now. Before the moment flies.
Darnell.
It's not a problem. Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. And nothing can stop me. No. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize.
Mistress Newbie.
Lead the way.
DJ
I
Chuck.
follow. No need to say. Where we are
Legs for
heading
life.
now, babe. I follow. To the edge of it all.
Break it down, break it down.
So tell your good life.
Brina West in the house.
So buy no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible life.
Break it down one more time.
Moment flies forever.
Remember now,
So tell your good life.
if you're looking for a grant,
So buy no matter what.
please at rest.
Susceptible
At the beginning of this show, this is DJ Torch. I'm out of here. Here we go.